Hi. How are you? How was your week? Been a little bit of a crazy week because preschool started. Yay! And the first week is always a little tough. A lot of crying, a lot of fears. And that goes to the kids too. So I'm walking around with the kids today and I'm thinking, I've been doing this a very long time. And I have noticed over the years, there are ways that you handle children who are crying. And one of the things that I do is I listen to them. I make eye contact and I listen to them. What are they telling me? I try to figure it out. Sometimes the language is a little different, but I try to figure it out. I have a friend who's extremely, so much faith and so much caring for the people. So much that she wants them to all to know Jesus and to be able to be in his world. And she wants to tell them all that. And I was thinking about it and I thought, not everybody responds well to us telling them how wonderful the world is with God. And so I was thinking, when I deal with my children who are afraid, who are crying, who are angry, I ask them a question. What's your name? And then I listen. When they ask me questions or they want to talk at circle time, I try to listen. Sometimes I got to keep going, but I try to listen. I looked up listening in the Bible. James 1:19, my dear brothers, always be willing to listen and slow to speak. Do not become angry easily. And Proverbs, there's a lot of them in Proverbs, 18:13, a person who answers without listening is foolish and disgraceful. Here's the thing. When Colleen worked with her kids, she had to do more than listen. She had to listen and look for clues because some of her children didn't speak. Some of her children didn't speak English. And she had to figure out what they needed by taking her clue from them. Not by giving them instructions, not by talking them to death, by listening and paying attention. And sometimes by showing them what to do by doing it. When children come to school and they're afraid and people keep talking at them, they're not going to stop being afraid. But if they see somebody who slows down, gets down on their level, and pays only attention to them, sometimes they calm down a little bit. They don't always, but sometimes. When you're trying to teach someone anything, including what this world is like when you have Jesus in it, instead of telling them what to do, you just listen. When you go to group therapy sessions, you do a lot of listening. When I'm having a hard time remembering the people that I've lost, it helps me to talk about them, and it really helps when the other person listens, pays attention, understands where I'm coming from. When I looked it up in Google, how to be a good listener, It says listening well can help strengthen relationships and deepen friendships. So ask open-ended questions to learn more. Basically, tell me your favorite food and why you like it. Tell me about your daughter. What were the parts that you missed? What were the parts that you were so proud of? It says paraphrase and summarize what the other person is saying to make sure you fully understand. I do this a lot. I repeat what they're saying and say it in a little bit shorter version to make sure I'm getting it right. And practice non-judgmental listening, setting aside your own bias or your points of view, and focus on the other person instead of on your own thoughts. How cool is that? To have somebody that would be paying attention to what I'm going through really helps. For me, to look at a parent and say, tell me about your child, it helps me know how to deal with your child. And when you have a friend who's lost someone that they love very, very, very much, and you don't know what to say, you just say, tell me about her. We all have to connect with each other. We all have to be together in this world. And if we can be together by paying attention to another person, then there's more understanding, more love, because you're getting somebody else's take on things. Life is not easy, and I don't understand it all. And I don't know why things happen. I do know, for me, talking about call to another person helps. For my children at school, having someone listen, not tell them what to do, but listen and look at them and hold them if they want. And ask them, you want me to hold you? That helps. When a parent brings their child here for the first time and they don't know who I am, and I say, tell me about your child, they relax. And if we want other people to be able to pray, to be able to have something that tells us there's more to this than just one life living on this earth. There's more after. It's easier to understand it and remember it and get it if the person that you're listening to isn't talking you to death, but just living a life that makes you look at them and say, I want that life. I want to be calm. I want to know there's something else there, and I want to know that my child exists and is still there, and my friend, and my grandparents. There's a song by Sarah Bareilles. You can be amazing. You can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast or be the backlash of somebody's lack of love, or you can start speaking up. Nothing's going to hurt you the way that words do when they settle beneath your skin. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you want to say and let the words fall out. I want to see you be brave with what you want to say and let the words fall out. What she's saying is, you don't have to tell people all those catchphrases. All you have to do is talk about your child. Just tell the teacher, I miss my mommy and I want to go home. So if we do our part and don't interrupt, and try to understand what's being said. That's the best help we can do. So if you have a friend who's going through something rough, ask them, tell me about your job. Tell me about your child. Tell me what you did today. Maybe be a little bit quieter and a lot more paying attention. Listen, have a good day and a good week. And listen to people. I love you. I miss you a lot, but we'll be together soon. Take care.